him being the little bitch he is and not giving me any evidence and calling me a sexual predator only adds to the fact that there's no evidence. Peter...
No,
hang on. Shut up, Peter. No. Shut up, Duke. Let me finish. If Peter has evidence and wants women protected, he would have told me the evidence. He did not. He decided to call me a predator, a sexual predator, and fucking make a public tweet about it. And what he is doing is further discrediting anything he fucking says.
Okay, well, Peter's a dick. And he shouldn't have done that. Peter's a dick. He shouldn't have done it. Hold on, hear me out. Peter's a dick. He shouldn't have done that, right? But regardless of whether or not Peter is a dick, that does not change the objective facts. If the person we're talking about has done the things he's been accused of,
give me the fucking facts. That's what I want. But by Peter fucking not giving me the facts and accusing me of being a sexual predator, all he's doing is causing more harm to the women he's supposedly protecting. He's not protecting. He is being a fucking hero, and him being a hero is fucking hurting women. And if he's got evidence that this person is a fucking predator, that evidence should be fucking public knowledge so women can protect themselves. And I don't give a fuck what you say or Peter says or anyone says. If you're holding on to fucking evidence that someone is a predator going after women, that fucking women are in danger, and you're doing nothing but holding on to that fucking evidence
at their behest.
Fuck you, because if I was given the fucking evidence, it would be public fucking knowledge, because I will protect those fucking women, right?
Yes, but you've also got to protect the women that have given you those pieces of information. If they are telling you not to take it publicly, then you can't, because then you're putting them in danger when they've specifically asked you not to make it public. So you can't, like, you'll get that in, and this is the frustration, is because you will get that information, but you can't do anything with it. And nobody believes you because you can't give them that evidence. It's frustrating as fuck.
That's exactly the point. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing you're not seeing, Don. All right, is that this came to light, it was leaked out to the public, and it became a public square issue. A great number of people involved in this situation do not wish to be involved in it publicly. You cannot betray their trust. You cannot betray their trust and take it to the public square without their consent. If you take it to the public square without their consent, you are factually betraying their trust. Period.
Okay. Is there one person that is willing to take it publicly? Just one. Is there one person? Name one person that's willing to take it publicly.
I'm pretty sure there's at least one who already has. Hasn't Demi already spilled the beans, everything she needed to say on Twitter?
Yes.
Who?
Anti-Ordinary Demi.
Anti-Ordinary.
I'm not sure. She fucking blocked me.
Right. Well, that's still an example of somebody who did go public with her own story.
And okay, so she. I'll look into it because I can fucking go incognito and look at the fucking thing. But she went into the public sphere and said,
"Yes,
person."
It was like a big
absolutely,
or some amount of bloody long Twitter thread that she went all out in typical Demi fashion.
Okay.
She's not the only person. She's not the only person that's gone public on Twitter about it. I can't say any names because I've been asked not to.
May I?
Nadine,
for a moment?
Yes, please.
Okay. So I see where you're coming from, and I see where Duke's coming from as well.
Yeah.
And NotJah with the whole, like, if I came to you and I said to you, Don, so-and-so did this to me, I am deeply embarrassed, I do not want to go public with it. You are not going to betray that trust. You would not, I don't believe you would ever go out to Twitter and say, this happened to Nadine. You wouldn't. If I came to you and I said, please don't tell anybody. You're not going to.
No, but I would probably take screenshots, redact names, and
yeah, but I wouldn't do that.
Show people privately.
I wouldn't like some of it is like before public hangouts, the part that's not being recorded. I'm not going to write that down anywhere. I'm going to say, look, this is what happened to me. This is really what happened to me. You're not going to be able to have screenshots of that. You see what I mean?
But there's multiple sources.
Hang on.
There's multiple sources there backing it up.
Hang on, Duke. But Nadine, remember that there's been two people.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? One has shown me private DMs.
Yeah.
Which one was a bit of flirtatious talk.
Yeah.
Asked to stop. Flirtatious talk stopped.
Yeah, and
apologized for and stuff.
Yeah.
The other one, nothing was shown. It was told to me that, things happened.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. But
okay.
Yeah.
Now, keep in mind that one person, the one that the DMs were showing,
yeah,
nothing serious happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so her saying that this person is a predator.
Just first.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. This person saying nothing. Some serious thing happened, and then show me something that isn't serious. Tells me that person is exaggerating what it is, and I mean, I say you look beautiful. I say, hi wifey, you're good looking today.
Yeah, I know.
And if you say, oh, please don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
That is the level of
and I know
what
you
I'm talking about.
Yeah, but okay.
But that's the level of the DM I was showing.
Yeah. Okay. So so
okay.
there's
And then the other person, they said stuff, but just so you know, things happen between they said stuff and shit happening with Peter.
Yeah.
That shows that person can't be trusted.
Yeah.
Right? If they can't be trusted on things far less serious than this, because sexual harassment is very serious. And for anybody, go ahead, Badger.
I thought you would have seen that Russ was trying to get in earlier, Don, when you saw Mad Dodge.
But I'm all flustered here, okay?
Poor old Russ has been wanting to come in for ages.
I have issues with Russ, and he's gonna probably hear it tonight, but but anyway, no. The reason why I didn't send him a link is because I'm just all flustered with this. But for those that don't know, Sexual harassment to me is actually quite minor compared to what actually happened to me in real life. Okay? I was drugged and shit happened. Okay? But as a man, it's something that's not supposed to be talked about because I'm a fucking man. Or if I do talk about it, it's fucking discredited. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was raised from the time I was 5 years old until I was 6.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you to death, and I hate that that happened to you, Don. I do. I hate that it happened to me, and I hate that it happened to you. But what we're talking about isn't what happened there. What we're talking about is what happened to the people that we're talking about.
No, but it
I get
an idea of my appreciation for anything sexual. And
yeah, but and also I get that you're talking about that Peter's going to go for it's been a dick to you. All right, but regardless of whether or not Peter's going to go for it has been a dick to you, that doesn't change the facts. If what happened, right. It doesn't matter what a dick Peter is. It doesn't matter that he's been a jerk to you. It doesn't matter he's been a jerk to other people. If what happened, it happened. It's just a matter of there's just too much corroborating evidence in the background, and you're just not privy.
Show me the evidence. That's what I'm saying. And if Peter would have fucking showed me the evidence, then we wouldn't even have this fucking discussion. But no, Peter didn't want to fucking show me the evidence. He wanted to fucking call me a sexual predator.
Okay, the thing is there is evidence, and people have been showing it on these different threads that have the person that we're talking about and other people. And
did I see
they've been saying this.
Did I see those?
Just because you haven't seen them, though, Don, and this is coming from me. I do love you, Don, but just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean they're not there. That's like saying that's like a creationist saying, "Show me the evidence the Earth is older than 6,000 years old."
Well, can somebody get the screenshots of these conversations and send them to Don?
I specifically can't because I've been asked not to.
Okay. No, I mean the public Twitter ones that he can't.
That's the issue is that it's hard to get those.
Here's the thing, frustrated. You're saying it's like young Earth creationists. No.
I think the public may have linked to me. I'll just see if I can find it.
If it was as simple as a little Google search, I mean, a simple Google search would tell me the Earth isn't young. A simple Google search will not tell me if so-and-so is a sexual predator.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. But
now,
I'm not calling him a sexual predator. I'm saying that he was being harassing to women. I don't know the full.
It doesn't matter if you call it harassing or predator or whatever.
I would call him one.
Throw it in a fucking Google search and come up with the answer.
Okay.
Right?
Okay,
it's
Don.
Not the same frustrated. And
okay, Don. When you're thinking, hold on. When you
no frustrated because
Don, you're on the wrong side.
If I saw the fucking evidence,
you're on the wrong side of this.
Fucking saying what I'm saying right now.
Okay, so
if
Don,
I saw what you saw,
what is the evidence
in your position?
Okay, Don. So, what kind of things would you associate with someone being a predator?
It depends on what kind of predator you mean.
Well, I mean, but predators, they have behaviors and they have different things that they do that indicate that these are indeed predators, correct?
Hey Don, online predators. How would you perceive an online predator? Somebody that is behaving in a predatory manner towards people online. How would you see that?
A sexual predator is,
online.
Online.
An online sexual predator. I'm not sure, because like a basic sexual predator is someone that is looking for sex, trying to get sex. Okay, hang on.
Well,
no.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna let you fucking interrupt me. So, a sexual predator is someone looking for sex and wanting to get it in whatever way they can. Now, online. What do you mean, no?
What I mean is no. A sexual predator is someone that is seeking to obtain sexual favors without necessary. What's the word I'm looking for? Fuck.
Consent.
A sexual predator is a person.
A sexual predator is someone that's looking for sexual favors without necessary consent. They're a person trying to obtain sexual favor without consent.
Let's not worry about what you think it is. Let's go with the definition. A sexual predator is a person seeking to obtain or trying to obtain sexual contact with another person in a metaphorically predatory or abusive manner.
Okay, so
so
whenever well, hold on, let me get his turn to speak. I've been dying to say this. So, when you have these online predators, if you are somebody who is going after someone in a more sexual manner, are you going to go after a very strong individual? Someone who is very outspoken and who will jump on you in a manner that...
It does not matter whether it's online or offline.
Well, yeah, regardless, in a sexual manner.
Almost all sexual abuse cases, it is someone that goes after someone that is not confident.
Strong. Yes, so you have these people who are going after the more weaker, whether it be mentally or whatever. So, whenever you have someone who, like we're talking about, who has actually tweeted out, and there's been evidence of this tweet, that people who have had bad experiences with, say, therapists, and are not trustworthy of certain individuals as their therapist, says, don't go to therapists, come to me instead. And then, on top of that, will sit there and tends to go after these people who... And a train's coming by. Shit. Give me a second. Oh, never mind. I can't because my thing's... Never mind. Okay, so...
frustrated. I understand that. Okay? And... Like...
Let me finish. I didn't get to finish.
Okay, go ahead.
So, you have this gentleman who is going after people, telling them to actively not seek out the medical professionals that they need, to come see him instead and talk to him instead. And then you have him also doing these sexual advances upon people. And then when asked not to stop doing what he's doing, and he says, yeah, okay, I'm sorry, I'll stop, and then turns around and still does it, these are all indicators of a sexual predator.
Now, frustrated, if I told you that there's a sexual predator and they're going after people with mental health issues, and they're going after weak women, they're going after blah, 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 blah. And you said, oh, really? Like, can you give me some evidence of this? And I said, well, talk to this person. And you do. And they show you something that is not evidence of being a sexual predator. And you come back to me and say, well, that was worthless. And I say, oh, okay. Well, talk to this person. And they say, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And it's not evidence of being a sexual predator. And you come back to me and I say, okay, frustrated. If you don't plead those two, then you're a sexual predator.
Hey, Don, I have a question. Is this more about... No, I have a serious question. No, I have a serious question. Serious question.
Frustrated, I finished first.
I have a serious question, though. Is this more about...